Well, hello there, people of the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 13 of my Let's Play Doki Doki Fallen Angel. In the previous episodes, we celebrated Yuri's birthday, and we had a very long day planned for her. Yeah, we went to a poetry cafe together. However, one of the poets that was going to perform turned out to be Monica, so we left that one very quickly. Then we went to a restaurant which was way too expensive, and then we went to our secret spot or something, like our beauty spot, and we planted a tree together, which we named Sayori because Sayori is still in the hospital. We didn't get any actual new dialogue from that because I was allowed to put in any name I wanted. But yeah, I thought it would be appropriate to name the tree Sayori, since Sayori is in the hospital still. So yeah, and we had a very intimate moment with Yuri, but luckily the mods didn't show it, so I didn't have to blur anything. Okay, so we are now, I guess it's like a few days later, because it says, I hardly remember anything of the last few days. They flew by as school beckoned around the corner. And now I'm here, back in the boring lectures of my classes. I still don't see a point of school. I can just go to school to be an art major. What? I can just go to school to be an art major. Then I'll have a line of jobs awaiting me. Right? Right? I guess it's not too bad, however. It's refreshing seeing my classmates happily chit-chat about their vacation. Meanwhile, the teacher attempts to obtain everyone's attention. She fails to do so as the bell for lunch is about to ring. These last 5 minutes go by agonizingly slow. I shove my homework into my backpack. Homework on the first day back. I'd rather be in prison. I throw my pen in my hands and can't help but overhear the conversation next to me. I'm not purposely being nosy, they're just talking quite loudly. I don't understand why girls can't use their indoor voices. It looks like one girl is showing the other a message on her phone. I don't think it's real. Are you saying you don't think we should do something like that? It makes total sense. It's really weird, but I guess it does make sense. And she wonders why people don't like. Oh my god, don't you. Please, don't you dare. Sounds like more girl drama. Don't tell me it's about Yuri. I always find it weird how girls talk about other girls behind their backs. The sound of the gates of heaven being opened. I get up from my seat and go to lunch. Wow. Beautiful courtyard with a cherry blossom. Because of course we are in a Japanese anime. It's a nice day, so I choose to eat outside. Unfortunately, Yuri and I don't share the same lunch, so I resort to sitting by myself. I go ahead and sit under the large tree in the courtyard. The very beautiful large tree in the very beautiful courtyard. It makes me think of Sayori. I plug in my earphones to listen to music. I didn't see that in, so I was like, I plugged my earphones in? Where's the in? But it was there. Over the last 3 days, I spent some time compiling my favorite songs to make the ultimate music playlist. A collage of all my favorite songs. This list is truly the pinnacle of music. I press play. Skip. 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 I know that feeling. I know that fucking feeling. Yeah. You love the songs, but sometimes you're like, I want a different song. Skip that one. Skip that one. I know that feeling so much. While I'm looking for a song, a shadow appears over me. Oh, that has to be Monica. I take out my headphones and look at the culprit. Oh, it's Natsuki. Okay, that's good. That's better. I didn't think I would say that, but in this mod, Monica is evil, so in that case I'm saying it. I'm glad it's Natsuki and not Monica. Where the hell does she live, though? Does she still live in Sayori's house, even though she's not there anymore? Or has she moved back in with her dad? Or where the hell does she live at this moment? Hey! Is for her. How many times are you gonna say that? Are you going to start every conversation we have like that? I literally was just asking that, Natsuki. I'm with you on this one. It's been a while since Natsuki and I last talked. Last time we saw each other was in the hospital. Care to take a seat? Ugh, if I have to. Well, you don't have to. Yeah, I never said she had to, but she takes a seat on the bench anyway. She pulls out a sandwich from her bag and begins eating. I start to eat from my lunch as well. I should start a conversation. What should we talk about? Oh, save. Okay, ask about where she's living. I was actually wondering about that. Talk about school, ask about Sayori. You know, I would, yeah. Like, why the fuck would I ask her for how Sayori is doing? Like, why the hell didn't I keep updated myself? I mean, I guess they talked to her, but they must have informed Sayori's parents at this point, so... But yeah, why the fuck am I taking zero interest in Sayori? You know, I mean, like, oh yeah, no, not Suki's, yeah, let's ask about Sayori. Like, what the fuck? I should take initiative and fucking look at Sayori, how she's doing myself. Visit her in the hospital a few times, maybe even, as well. Like, spoiler alert, like in A Silent Voice, where Shoya goes to Shoko in the hospital the whole time after he saves her life and he's in a coma. She, like, I believe, like, she goes to the hospital like every single day, and then she talks to all his friends to, like, bring them all round about the bullying and stuff. But I feel like that, like, I would do that. Well, maybe not every day, but I would. Well, I think actually I would. Like, right now, it's like, oh, that's a pretty big commitment every day. But I'm thinking, like, all right, so it's Sayori. It's my childhood friend that I like. Even though I don't love her romantically, I do love her as a person that I ridiculously care a humongous amount about. So I would definitely be there every single day, or as many days as possible, just to see how she's doing. Even if she's still in a coma and not saying anything back, I just would be there. Like, you know, like, it's Sayori, it's my childhood friend, it's like someone I grew up with. Like, what the fuck? This guy's so casual about it, it's weird. I mean, yeah, I know it's Yuri's route, but still, you know? I take a look at the sandwich he's eating. Where'd you get that? Home? Or Sayori's home, I should say. There's a short awkward pause, long enough for me to ask another question. So you're taking care of the house, I suppose? Where the fuck are her parents? I mean, we're in a Japanese anime, so the parents are never there, but where are her parents? Yeah. Her parents can't schedule a flight until next month. Thanks for the answer. Suddenly my food tastes bitter. Not even Sayori's own parents can be here for her. Yeah. How hard can it possibly be to schedule a flight to see your daughter? How hard can it be to take a trip to the hospital yourself, you fucking asshole? She's your childhood, it's still a bit weird talking to this character because it's sort of me, but it also sort of isn't, so, you know. But yeah, it's your childhood friend. What the fuck are you doing? Just, like, not caring about that at all. I mean, yeah, I know that's, like, Yuri's birthday and stuff, and you wanted to make that special for her because she's very lonely and stuff. I get that, but still, like, your childhood friend, someone you truly care about, maybe not romantically, but someone you truly, very deeply care about, is trying to commit suicide and is in coma in the hospital. Like, how the fuck are you just so casual about that? And then you're criticizing other people that they're not doing enough for Sayori. Like, what the fuck? I decide to ask a more personal question. What about your dad? She stops bringing her food towards her mouth, lips partly open. What about him? Is he doing alright? She stares hard at the sandwich, as if it holds the answer to my question. He's fine. I guess that's all there is to it. He's still broke. The way she's so upfront with that statement baffles me. It's whatever. It's not like I care or anything. And once again, her guard is back up. That's probably all the info I'm going to get from that topic. What should we talk about? It's not even a choice. I could just ask about anything. Oh, okay, and then in that case I would ask about Sayori. Have you gotten any news from the hospital? She pauses. She then solemnly shakes her head. No. I told them to keep me updated if anything happens. and yet I haven't heard anything. I get a lump in my chest. I know it's not good to get my hopes up, but I can't help but pray that Sayori wakes up. I can tell my question left a thickness in the air. Perhaps I should change the topic. Talk about school? How's it like being back? It's alright. I miss being able to sleep in, however. I give a small chuckle. What about you? I've been good, thank you for asking. Don't thank me. I was asking to be polite, it's not like I actually care or anything. That wasn't very polite. I continue to humor Natsuki's fake rudeness. My math class is killing me. At the mention of math, Natsuki begins to go full on rant mode. Ugh, don't get me started. She starts anyway. It's okay, Natsuki, it's okay. I don't understand how they expect us to understand any of this. It's like learning a whole new language. Since when did math become more letters than numbers? Oh yeah, we've all been there, Natsuki. And what the hell even is trigonometry? It makes absolutely no sense. Find X my ass. How about you find a subject worth teaching? After basic algebra, everything else is useless. Oh, and imaginary numbers. Those aren't even real. They think it's okay to just make up stuff. They follow such strict rules and then go and add other rules if something doesn't work properly. Seriously, why do math classes even exist? We have calculators for a reason. My teachers act like my life will be dependent on whether I can find a parallel line given a slope and a point. Natsuki huffs in frustration. It's a bit funny seeing her get flustered over something like math. She continues to eat her sandwich. I finish up what's left of my lunch. Excuse me. What's wrong with you? What? You're disgusting. I said excuse me. Weren't you ever told not to burp in front of a lady? Since when were you a lady? I knew he was gonna say that one. Natsuki like she's about to burst from rage, but then she lets out a long sigh and a smile creeps up on her face. Fine, you win this one. Everything's got to be a competition with you, huh? Yep. Also, Mark, what are you and Yuri doing for the festival? I don't know, probably just walk around and stuff. Would it be fine if I, Aw, you want to come along? You can come along. Spend the festival with you and Yuri? She mumbles the words quickly and quietly. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Ah, alright. I wouldn't have cared if you said no or whatever. Sure, Natsuki. Sure. I decided to walk Natsuki to her class once the lunch bell rang. She called me a stalker, but besides that, didn't protest to me walking with her. Hey, you see that? What? I stop in front of the main office. I point to a small rectangular box on the wall. It's the school thermostat. I walk up to it. 75 degrees. Did they have the AC off? We're in winter. Why would the school turn the AC on? No one understands. I don't really understand either. Is that about... I'm just guessing. The only thermostat reference I have is about that SpongeBob episode where Mr. Krabs goes completely ballistic when Octo turns on Squidward. He's called Octo in the Dutch version, where Squidward changes the thermostat because it's so cold. I'm guessing that's what he says in the English version, but I don't know. I love that episode, by the way, where Plankton just completely abuses the shit out of that thermostat, and then Mr. Krabs is making money about it anyway. But yeah, it's Squidward in the English version. In the Dutch version, he's called Octo. But yeah, I guess that's a line from the English version. Or something. Because I do believe it is 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the episode. But I don't know. It may be a completely different reference. I don't know. But I'm guessing since there have been a bunch of SpongeBob references in this mod, so I'm just guessing that this is another one. I'm in my next class, English. I generally despise English class. I already speak it. We are in Japan. You're technically speaking Japanese. It's all translated to English. What are you talking about? I already speak it. Why do I have to take a class on it? Well, to be fair to the mod developer, there've been some misspellings and weird things in the in the lines here. So you know, maybe not. Maybe it's not all that useless. I mean, I'm not really want to speak because it's not even my mother tongue anyway. The teacher lectures on the proper way to use a semicolon in the seat in front of the seat. What? In the seat in front of the seat right of mine? The seat in front of the seat. Okay, so like right to me and then ahead. Okay, so it's like roughly like right there where I'm looking at. It'll be that way for you guys, I guess, because it's mirrored in the face cam, but for me it's this way. A boy is on his phone checking messages. The text is too small to read, but I can tell it's a very long message. Must have gotten in trouble with his girlfriend or something. Yeah. Did he send that message? Because that opens a different can of worms. I don't know, it doesn't say. He stifles a laugh. Maybe my previous accusation was wrong. I wonder what the message is about. Mark! The teacher calls my name. Uh-oh. Do you know the answer to the question? I don't even know what question we're on. This is how I die, isn't it? I suppose there's no harm in guessing. B. Students hold in their laughter. What? The question is a fill in the blank. Oof. Alright, Bart, think of something. I'm sorry, I thought it was a trick question. The teacher looks at me with a blank face. I wonder what my tombstone will read. Died of embarrassment. Just when I think the teacher is going to kill me, he breaks into a laugh. Alright. Stacy, do you know the answer? Phew. I can't believe that worked. I go back to daydreaming. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Bzzz. I glance at the teacher and see that he's writing something on the board. I sneakily pull my phone out of my pocket. Fuck you, Monica! Welcome back. Welcome back to what, school? This person is a student? I look around the class. No one looks suspicious. I tried to warn you that it would come to this. Come to what? I look up and see the teacher with his back turned. Use this time to type out a message. Who are you and what are you talking about? I gave you the chance to stop, but you didn't listen. You broke my heart. Now I'm going to break something of yours. Over dramatic much? What does that even mean? Yeah, well, Monica's going full yandere here. If I can't have you, no one can! The beginning of the... Well, that's not what she said, but, you know, that's the next logical step, I guess. After she takes revenge on Yuri, she's just going to kill me, because if I can't have you, no one can. Yeah, shocks me out of my thought process. I shoved my phone back into my pocket and tried to forget this ever happened. Yeah, well, to be honest, Monica hasn't really done too much. I mean, she's made a lot of threats that things were going to happen, but not a lot has actually happened. Unless, like... No, Yuri was already, like, very lonely and harming herself. Oh, of course, the reason she's harming herself is because of Monica. You know, and the reason why Sayori is suicidal is because of Monica, and the reason why Natsuki's dad is horrible to her is because of Monica, so, you know... It's all just Monica. It's all just Monica. But you know, but beyond what Monica has already done and what's in the main game and that's just being continued here, beyond that, Monica hasn't really done anything extra. Although she has said a lot of things that has made a lot of threats that she was going to do things. However, she hasn't really done anything extra yet. It's been a long day, but I'm home. Did I even see Yuri today? I should at least text her. I pick up my phone and send her a message. Send a message. Sorry I didn't see you today. How was school? Bzzz. Fine, thank you for asking. I saw Natsuki today. What did she say? We just talked about different things and then she asked if she could hang out with us during the festival. I told her she could. Okay. I guess the conversation ends there. Lay down and look at the ceiling. For our first day back, it wasn't so bad. Perhaps this semester will actually go smoothly. Also, please don't be too upset about that, Yuri, because... like, you're not going to lose me to Natsuki, if that's what you're going to think. Or, like, Natsuki needs some love as well. Because she's... Natsuki's situation is pretty fucked up. You know? like Yuri's situation is pretty fucked up. And so Yuri's situation is definitely fucked up. But Natsuki's situation is definitely also very fucked up. On today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know, fucked up. Except for Monica, of course, because... you know, it's Monica. There's nothing really wrong about Monica anyway. You can say something bad about anything. Except China, of course, because China pays the bills. And there's not really anything wrong you can say about China anyway.